It's lunchtime in the cardiac of Leicester's weaving production, Grove Mountain Range. Two female are smoke external a outcast looking plant house. One says she is Bulgar, work as a needlewoman, and how she is creature pays £6 in time. The domestic minimal wages for above 25-year-olds is pound and time. Walk about the portion of the town, it's obvious down there are lot clothing manufacturers in transactions during the old factories. The is partially in answer to the growth of quick fashion, clothing showing present trends, accessible cheap and at brief note, scarlet brick Victorian buildings, attribute of Leicester's pride industry history, are break up inwardly in units. Business names are jammed over accession doors, several handwriting, as although the companies by themselves were set up in hurry. An industry seems to be nice, lot are employing. One note in token pen telephone call for a garment engine driver in a nice bet to pay in addition a portable quantity. While we urge the quantity, the occupation regulation on propose rotate out to be £6 per time no contracts. Leicester is the town how one day declared to dress the planet, in power station manufacturers making knitted and shoes for the rank. The production was so success, it shipped Leicester to other location in the League of Nations listing of richest cities in Europe in 1936. Following a downturn a few many decades back, while lot manufacturers excited across the sea in searching of more profitable labor, the production is once again on the up. But the revival hasn't been completely great. As the production grows, Leicester is grappling in the growth of its more dark party, as called sweatshops how dong ti stick to occupation laws. Sue Tilley is accountable for Leicester's economical policy at the Regional Company Association. This more dark party is maybe not the business community but the human beings who are placement the industry. Down there has to be a liability in them as so. The armchair of the Leicestershire Weaving Manufacturers Associate, Saeed Khilji, says consumer demand for inexpensive clothing acting a considerable part. He argues manufacturers are trapped in a bred among retailers' consumer expectations and manufacture expenses. As an outcome, Mr. Khilji has solved to clubhouse along in some manufacturers to sale immediately to customers by the sticker me she me. He has been one of the few to say frankly on issues in the production. Accountable of impoverished work practices in the segment led to a airman schema earning along retailers, the police force and HMRC, in Leicester its attention. Mayoress Sir Peter Soulsby has been implicated in performing the schema and is acute to mark out the issue. He makes precise how down there are retailers at the foreground of these efforts. Several of the greater retailers worthy at first to go to me to tell, we're acute to resource in the UK, to construct on Leicester's strengths, but we're worried on our repute and we're worried on your repute, he says. One Vogue retail dealer, Boohoo, said us it now makes undeclared website visits monthly average to each producer. It has as well set up an office space in Leicester to support nearer bonds in regional suppliers. Tracking the manufacturers is no lightweight problem. The amount and butter churn of companies seems to represent the quick fashion they make. The workers' absence of British and wish for job tool how few say of. 6 months with the schema startup, Sue Tilley says the issue has stayed at the identical standard, in spite of episode of police force raids. Ethically sourced means limited are manufacturing polo shirts for a so-known UK mark. The operating CEO, Richard Ollie, rests the business in a new house in Grove Mountain Range. Previous on, Richard was helping by Leicester Town Justice financing. He as well acquired and hardly increased by orders of fate bands who desired an ethics manufacturer for their trade, consisting Radiohead. This order customers know how they may include to pay more than to us rather than they might do to someone else, but they know the reasons why how is the instance, he says. The industry is one how the justice is acute to put Stryker as a favorable sample, since of the way it operates. Within the plant, a chime rings periodically to do certainly workers are take crushed. But Mr. Ollie says it's hard to discover new personnel for his industry. Description: how down there's a skills gap for specific types of job in the production. The is underlined by a sturdy of the Leicester Vogue production, jowls. It was set up in Leicestershire 30 years ago and maintains staff in Marketplace Harborough, but finds Leicester's textile fabrics production doesn't definitely be its as necessary. Founding member Tim J says how time it might be appropriate for procurement easy trimming such as t-shirts, the town's manufacturers aren't so suited to its means. It is geared to quick fashion, and we are not quick, he says. Instead of, jowls source of across the sea, consisting Turkey and India, for a high-quality assurance food. Though Leicester is acute to draw business communities such as jowls, down there is more than job to be made to restore its infrastructure facilities and repute as the household of UK textile fabrics.